Well, hello, I am NISE. I'm from the Santa Fe Children's Museum, and today we're going to be learning about star formation. You see, it looks like space is empty, but it actually has gas and dust, though it is very thin. And sometimes this gas and dust collects and clumps together to form these giant clouds called nebula. Now, nebula, even though from these vastly beautiful pictures you see, it looks like they're still and not moving, they are. They're actually flowing and rotating, and they flow like rivers. And sometimes when you look at a river flowing, some of that stuff kind of clumps together. And in a nebula, when that gas and dust clumps together, you form stars and planets. And this experiment here from the NISE Foundation actually demonstrates that pretty well. So we're going to start with this little basket over here. You see these little white styrofoam balls? We're going to pretend those are particles of gas and dust. We're going to use this hairdryer. This hairdryer, it makes wind. There is no wind in space, but there is movement in space, so this is going to make our movements, right? So this hairdryer is not going to be on hot, by the way. If you ever decide to do something like this, you have to do it on cold. So in 30 seconds, we're going to see how much gas and dust we can collect into this little container in the center, right? Imagine that as what's called a gravity well, where gravity starts to kind of clump together, and the bigger and heavier you get, the more gravity you have. That was 30 seconds. So we're going to see how much gas and dust we clumped together. It filled up pretty well. Now we're going to put it in this container. And this container shows the different things we can make from gas and dust in space. We can make planets, low mass stars, tiny little stars. The smallest stars are red dwarfs. Our sun, the sun, is kind of a white yellowish star. It's a dwarf star as well. It's very small. And then we have really big stars like Betelgeuse. So according to the mass, the amount of gas we collected, we can make a low mass star. Maybe one like the sun. The cool thing about low mass stars is they live very, very long lives. Now again, nebulas move. Everything in space moves. Some things can cause movement or make the nebula move even more. Like really big stars don't live very long. So a lot of these big stars will die in the same gas and cloud that they were made in. And the explosion will actually cause the gas and dust to move. And that movement clumps up more gas and dust, which leads to star formation. More stars being born.